Comics Plus, what's going on? My name is Akasan. How you guys doing? So, breaking one, and actually not so much breaking news though. um, this is actually coming from Deadline about 3 hours ago or so. But Wonder Woman is coming back. Officially announced. Deadline. Breaking news. Wonder Woman 1984 is going to theaters and HBO Max on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas indeed. Let's go ahead and go to Deadline. So, this is coming from Deadline here. Wonder Woman 1984 theatrical HBO Max day and date release. AMC boss Adam Aaron fully on board. No, don't send me updates. AMC Circuit CEO and President Adam Aaron did not have words of hate tonight toward Warner Brothers. Actually, let's be honest, Warner Media's decision to take their $200 million DC superhero sequel Wonder Woman 1984 into theaters and onto HBO Max on Christmas Day. Yeah. Aaron gave his thumbs up, saying that the movie will play at close to 1,000 of the chain's multiplexes around the world. Why so nice? And not as angry as he was. True that. Not as angry as he was when Universal closed the window on Trolls World Tour. You guys remember, for those of you that aren't familiar, AMC got super angry at Universal Studios for making this an on-demand only situation, and they're like, no, we're not going to show any more Universal movies ever again. And then Corona really hit, and they're like, okay, we're going to have to shut down some of these theaters. All right, let's go. As Aaron explains below, AMC has been in deep dialogue with Warner Brothers, and atypical circumstances call for atypical economic relationships between studios and theaters. Okay, fair enough. So he's saying that he was in the know for this one, whereas Universal was like, yoink, jack move. All right. I hear Warner's will provide comfortable terms with those theaters that who are able to stay up and running during the pandemic, because under 3,000 locations are only open this weekend, taking 40 to 45% of Wonder Woman's 1984 domestic box office. Cinemark hasn't closed the deal with Warner's yet. Okay. With AMC fully on board, Warner's can expect appropriate marketing not only for the movie, but the HBO Max service. Finance sources are already talking loudly about how much this $200 million sequel will lose based on a pure theatrical window model. However, it's HBO Max that is looking to gain with subscribers. The Frost streaming service only counts 38 million subs through September 30, light years behind Netflix 195.2 million and Disney's Plus's 73.7 million. AT&T brass don't give a squat that this franchise stood to make 1 billion down the road. That is true. They're not focused on the long game or the health of this DC franchise, rather the short game. That is true too. A bit of advice: movies don't make streaming services if you haven't noticed. It's a bingeable series like House of Cards, The Queen's Gambit, Stranger Things, Mandalorian, The Tiger King that keep people addicted to streaming services. Very true. Not 2-hour movies. They're just filler. Didn't anyone over at HBO Max ever think about launching the service with a Harry Potter TV series? Okay. As we told you, Wonder Woman 1984 will play in theaters and HBO Max starting December 25th stateside, with the streaming service only getting the Patty Jenkins directed movie for 31 days? Huh. After that time, from days 32 to 60, theaters will have the Gal Gadot Kristen Wiig Chris Pine movie exclusively before it lands on PVOD. What? At that point, well, I guess that's fine. I was gonna say if they're gonna do it like that, they might as well just make Wonder Woman 2 weeks or something like that. People got to sign up for HBO Max for 2 weeks or whatever. But it's fine because I guess that counts for one month of HBO Max or whatever, so people can try it out, I guess. But whatever. That is interesting. Huh. We remain open to evolving long-standing business models, provided that we do so in ways that improve the industry ecosystem for all players, all sides, adds Aaron. Seriously, if Warner's spends less than they did to open Tenet, and with fewer expected theaters open by Christmas, what's the upside at the box office for Wonder Woman 1984, except for Asian markets? Me, personally, I'll be watching Wonder Woman 1984 with my family and in-laws on HBO Max on Christmas Day. Why spend all that money and go to a theater? We typically all go and see the big in-year holiday films, but now it's playing at home. Frankly, if I was IMAX US, I'd be ticked off because now the company is really competing with 70-inch TV screens and surround systems. Not really, though. No, not. I completely reject that sentiment. No way. The only bright thing is that Warner's is doing here is for exhibition, and the Pix fractured global box office is opening the sequel on December 16th. What are they talking about? Okay, I'm kind of done with all this. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so there you have it. That's some information about Wonder Woman coming out. So it's a combination of a Wonder Woman that actually wasn't the breaking news. This one was, but we got AMC's opinion. God damn, she is fine though. She is so fine. All right. So you know what? Let me read what Patty Jenkins said real quick. Wait, did Zack Snyder post something right after that? No, never mind. Oh, there's the black and white tweet we were talking about.
I don't care how many days.
Weird. Okay, let's go. The time has come. At some point, you have to choose to share any love and joy you have to give over everything else. We love our movie as we love our fans, so we truly hope that our film brings a little bit of joy and reprieve to all of you this holiday season. Watch in theaters where it is made safe to do so. Check out the great work theaters have done to make it so, and available in the safety of your home on HBO Max where it is not. Happy holidays to all of us. To all from you. Happy holidays to all of you. We hope you enjoy our film as much as we enjoyed making it. I can't read. Okay, so anyways, that's what we have now. So this is actually good news. And the one thing I do want to point out real quick about the editorial that we were just reading on Deadline, whoever was writing that, is I completely disagree. Like I really think there's two types of people. There's people that really want to see things the best way possible, but I think we are a very minor audience. I think the majority of audiences, if they can, will download something illegally. No, you know what? I take that back. I would say there's a small group of people that are very finicky and they want to see things the best way possible. Then there's another group that might even be bigger that, if possible, they'll just download it regardless. Like, as easy as they can, or if it's, if they have access to it. But not everybody is like that. But what I'm saying is the fact that, they're a loud minority of wanting things to be released digitally, and then they end up downloading it illegally. Then the biggest audience, I believe, are the people that stay at home. And if they can get it at home, they're fine with that. And that particular audience is, I think, where people are focused the most on, or where the studios are focused the most on. And they're, also focused, the AMC, they got to think about as well. Those people that would have gone out to the cinemas, would have gone out to the theaters and seen this movie, they don't exist anymore at this point. With as many spikes in the corona case as you're having in America, I just read the other day, like last night or something, like they broke a new record in terms of people infected. Like nobody's going out anytime soon. Not in those mass situations until there's some sort of mandate and some sort of like controlled situation, the same way we do in Japan. And even with that sort of controlled situation, like I go back to Demon Slayer right now. Demon Slayer has been out and it's making loads of money right now because there's nothing else out right now. But we have a mandate to wear a mask at all times. Even with all that being said and done, we're still getting spikes in Tokyo. And that's through other reasons. A lot of red light districts and people not wearing a mask. Facts. So, but the point I'm saying is that even if we had a vaccine right now, I think the majority of people are just not going to go out right now. The trust in large gatherings without, open spaces is just, there's not enough trust in that sort of situation. You might get some people that'll go out to see it on the big screen, but most of these people at this point, they're going to be staying home, and they have gotten used to staying home right now. That's the most important situation, So, I didn't really like staying home in the beginning, but now I'm kind of getting used to it, that when I do go out, I'm like, damn, I wish I was home right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and let's not forget about just taking care of the people around you. I've mentioned this many, many times before. We have to just essentially not just think about ourselves, but about the people around us. So I think this particular move is the best possible thing that Warner Brothers could do right now. You can't keep on delaying these movies because people are going to have a lack of interest regardless. There's something I remember a lot, and I'm not gonna divert too much, but when the LA riots was happening, when the LA riots was happening back in 1994, and Los Angeles went into kind of a shutdown and a state of emergency, national emergency, National Guard was pulled in, and everybody was not necessarily quarantined, but had to stay in their homes, right? I remember the mayor of Los Angeles coming in, talking, and while Los Angeles was just burning, it was crazy, right? They had to give some updates, but then after that, the mayor was just telling people, let's just stay home, watch the season finale of The Cosby Show, because that was a big deal. And that was just kind of like the tuning in point for everybody. While Los Angeles was burning, we all had just something we could just kind of escape for a minute, right? And I'll never forget that. I don't even remember the actual episode, but I remember that particular situation, that Cosby Show was kind of like that focal point. And I feel like the Wonder Woman could be that situation. I don't think that Tenet was the best movie to be releasing during a pandemic. But I like this idea that at least we have options. And if you can go somewhere where the theaters are controlled, then it's fine. Personally, for me, I certainly hope that this movie is released internationally. around the same time. I really don't want Wonder Woman coming out in February, as sometimes it does in Japan. The American movie's coming out months later, but if that happens, so be it. But hopefully it does come out in December the same in Japan, so they can make up for it. But even for me, I'm not gonna lie, even with the way as controlled things are in Japan, I'm oh shit. I'm still oh my god. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate the bits. 1,000 bits at that. I was trying to be serious about something, but anyways, um what I wanted to say was, even with all of that control that we have, you go into the theaters in Japan, um, you get your you hand sanitize, they scan your forehead, and then you get in front of a sensor and it checks if you have any sort of condition or whatever, and then you have to still keep your mask on. Even with all that being said, I gotta be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't know if I would be running to go see this movie, even in IMAX. I'm very interested in this movie, but I don't know if I would run to go see it. With Tenet, I ended up finally seeing it because Dante really, really wanted to see it. So in all likelihood, that's probably gonna be the same thing with Dante, our DC son. He's gonna be like, "Come on, man, come on, we gotta see the movie." So it is what it is. Red Dreaded Nation, stand up, speak up, let me know what you think. It sucks because yes, it could have been a $1 billion movie, possibly, but at this moment in time, I think all theaters need to, I'm sorry, all studios need to adjust their sort of expectations, lower their expectations for all movies at this point. You're going to be lucky to pull off 600 million at this point and hopefully gain something out of the HBO Max situation. So let me know what you guys think below.